set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
This is why I train in martial arts.
One reason I think that Taekwondo has been very popular among a lot of African Americans, and not just because, hey, it's fun and it's great exercise, is because of its tenets. The one tenet that I want to look at is the tenet of perseverance. The perseverance tenet is something that has definitely been a historic value of African American culture if we want to talk about especially the civil rights movement. So I think that because of the tenets, especially because of perseverance, I think that's one reason why Taekwondo, it took off in the African American community. So let's take a look at the tenet, and we can just talk about how the tenet of perseverance in Taekwondo can be used to, or was used to, fight against things like racism. So let's take a look at the Taekwondo tenet of perseverance. If you look over here to the left, it says these are the original characters in Korean Hanjul. Inne in Korean, according to Google Translate, Dictionary.com, and UnitedTaekwondo.org. Those are my sources. So, perseverance. Let's look at some definitions here from Dictionary.com. Noun, steady persistence in a course of action, a purpose, a state, etc., especially in spite of difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement. From theology, continuous in a state of grace to the end, leading to eternal salvation. Other words for perseverance, you have doggedness or steadfastness. Now here, for dogged, you have persistent effort, stubborn tenacity, a dogged worker. Now you may hear some people, especially if you're talking about sports, or if you're talking about from like hip hop, you hear people talking about the dog or having that dog in you. They like to use that metaphor of a dog, not just for that toughness, but you can also say for being persevering or just lasting, having that endurance. And that's definitely a value that I know that was pushed forward and propagated in the civil rights era during the mid to latter 20th century, especially, among African Americans. So you definitely want to talk about civil rights era type of determination that was needed. The tenet of Taekwondo of perseverance would definitely come in handy. I mean, Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech definitely goes into perseverance. I would say as well as indomitable spirit, but we're going to stick with perseverance here because his idea was of you persevering and staying steadfast is true. And since he was a minister, he definitely came from a theological bent. I mean, having to deal with segregation, segregation, assaults, people viewing you as less than human. I don't know how you would be able to get through that if you didn't have perseverance. 1960, not 1860. There's no way in the world you'd be able to get through something like that with perseverance. And that's something that we could take with us into today in terms of having a Taekwondo spirit, a spirit of perseverance, where we can endure and last through things that we have to deal with, in our daily lives and challenges that are still facing us today in society. Perseverance was definitely a cornerstone of the civil rights movement. It's definitely a value that's taught in Taekwondo when we talk about, our tenets and the character changes that we should see in ourselves and in students that study Taekwondo. Persevere, be strong, hang in there. Hang in there. Be there for yourself and your technique. Be there for other people in your life and in the world. So thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts and peace. And as always, thank you for your time. And one more thing, another reason, this is just my personal opinion, and this is also the opinion of someone else, but another reason why Taekwondo may have been popular among African Americans is because it's very similar to the African American martial art that is I haven't seen too many people formally teaching it because I was told to just go ahead and take Taekwondo. He said it was the same thing, one of my grandmasters. And that is the art called knocking and kicking. I can never get it straight. It's either knocking or kicking or kicking and knocking because I misspoke. It's not just popular among African Americans. It was originated by African Americans. Now I'm really gone. I can say peace and thank you for your time.